Welcome back to Night Shift with Justin S. King, how to transform your life one night at a time. Tonight, I'm going to share with you a simple tool called a stack. This is a tool which we use in Wakeup Warrior that helps us to apply the code, which I talked about on the last episode. In Warrior, we have an app and there's different types of stacks. And whether you are spiritual or not, this can be helpful for you. And I'm just going to go through the questions and the basis. You're going to, of course, be using the code, which we talked about yesterday, which is getting to the truth. So these are the questions. And if you want a full copy of this, you can feel free to reach out to me at justinSking.com. So you are going to start it off by titling the stack. Then it goes through the next question is who or what are you stacking? Here are you going to answer the question. Either it's yourself, another person, or a situation. The next question you move on to is in this moment, why has whatever you put in the last question triggered you to pray? This then leads you to what is the story you're telling yourself created by this trigger and the situation. This question allows us to break down frames and false narratives that we're telling ourselves, but it's going to first frame it up what we are telling ourselves now. This then goes into the feelings, which we discussed yesterday, and that is describe the single word feelings that arise for you when you tell yourself that story. In the prayer stack, you then go into answering this question, I want God to know, and then you fill in a blank. And it asks you this 4 times. You can add more times if you want. At this point, one of the suggested ways is to just tell God or write down your feelings of what you are feeling about the situation. Or you can go into what your current facts are about your life in 5 areas. What are your current facts around your relationships, your finances, your health, your spirituality, your fun. Once you get everything out that you want to say, you then write a letter to God or your higher power. And the important part then is to listen for a response. You can sit there and listen and wait and then write down whatever you feel is being said to you. And at the end of that letter, you're going to come up with a singular lesson. What is the singular lesson on life you're taking from this prayer stack? This is the lesson you are learning from the situation. And also you're going to ask yourself, what is the most significant revelation or insight you are leaving this prayer stack with, and why do you feel that way? So the first question is like a singular sentence, and the second you can go a little bit more deeper in how you are seeing things in a new light. And then the final question, and the most important maybe, is what immediate actions are you committed to taking leaving this stack? And where the purpose of a stack is to choose an inspired action that you can take. So this is a simple outline for the prayer stack. If you've never done something like this, you can follow this format. Or tonight you can just go a little bit more freestyle and just write an open letter to God or your higher power, and then listen. If something comes to you, write that down, and you may be surprised. That's it for tonight's episode of Night Shift. If you'd like to learn more about stacks and receiving inspiration and guided actions through the prayer stacks, feel free to reach out to me at my website. My name is Justin S. King, and I help entrepreneurs find peace tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of their lives through sleep optimization, emotion regulation, and discovering their purpose. Good night.